Hey guys, today I'll give you an update on what I've been doing lately in Trove. I've managed to max my Lunar Lancer, see I've hit level 30, while getting 6.2k power rank and a stellar item. Here are my stats if you're wondering. Maximum health, critical damage, magic find and attack speed you can find on my hat, whilst the weapon has physical damage, critical hit and energy regeneration. Face has maximum health, critical damage, physical damage and attack speed, while the ring has physical damage and critical hit. And of course I'm using Maybe Strike with the martial emblem. I did some changes on my gear to better fit my Lancer in this Mantle of Power expansion, such as replacing jump with critical hit on my spear, and changing my energy regeneration ring with a critical hit one. Currently I feel if the Lunar Lancer wants to be a good DPSer, he's gotta pursue a sweet combination of critical hit, critical damage and physical damage. That said, my stats are the following: 45k physical damage with 25% critical hit, that's base critical hit, and 278% critical damage. And this is how my stats look after I use my potion. Let's now talk about gems. Please ignore these cracked ones right here. As I said, I'm going after critical hit, physical damage and critical damage, which makes this first water gem just perfect. I've been thinking, and I don't want to bore you, but some viewers might want to hear why I want to go for critical hit and physical damage and blah blah. At his core, Lunar Lancer is a damage dealer. Since Short Strike has been nerfed and it only gives 20% critical hit, I'm thinking critical hit now as a stat is a valuable asset. This critical hit stat here dictates your chances of landing a critical damage hit basically. And since my critical damage value is 278% higher than my default physical damage, you might understand why I wanna hit criticals more often. I think the next two are pretty self-explanatory. Physical damage is basically increasing the value of my hits, and critical damage, I just talked about it earlier. In a nutshell, that's all I'm focusing when it comes to Lunar Lancer's gem abilities. A thing I've noticed, leveling a gem past level 13 is absolutely hellish. It just fails and fails and fails. Really frustrating. The worst part is that you can farm for hours in hopes of leveling your gem, gathering the dust you need, and just fail. Not sure if they wanna keep this gem RNG like this or not, but I feel it's really harsh at the moment, and I also feel this harshness has no place in this game considering its style. Anyway, I got an empowered, no, it's a class gem key that I got from an empowered gem pouch thingy, and I don't think I'll be using it on my Lancer, might be using it on my Boomeranger or Shallow Hunter instead. There are two reasons why I don't want to use my class gem key and get a class specific ability for my Lancer. First one is, what if the gem is gonna be a water type? That's gonna be a disaster, as I don't want to replace my beautiful critical hit with physical damage and critical damage. Replace this with whatever stats I'll be getting on my class gem. To make things worse, I've heard that your Lunar Lancer class gem can get magic damage. That's... I don't even know what to say, I don't even want to risk it and find out what stats I'll be getting. That's stupid. So guess I'll stick to my Radiant gems, which by the way kinda suck. This one in particular, I mean it has critical hit, but the next two are kinda bad. Also this one has maximum health and oh no, that's right. Wish I had physical damage on them though. Another thing I've noticed, and hopefully that will change soon, cause I've only been playing for like 4 days or something. This Mantle of Power I've only been playing for 4 days. You don't get that many empowered gems. That means, since I've just hit level 30 on my Lancer, I can't just go to my Boomeranger and start leveling him up, cause I won't be able to hit 5k PR. I don't have any empowered gems. Let's now talk a little about power rank. Well, actually let me give you my opinion about leveling your power rank and what it felt like. I've started with 2.5k PR and leveled it up until 4k. It was pretty easy, I just had to gather empowered gems and small gems and just level them up. But then the progression from 4k to 5k felt really slow. That might just be me, of course, might not be the case for everyone. But the gems were really not cooperating with me, they kept cracking and failing to level up. I gotta mention, I got my first empowered gems with these because I was saving my Titan souls pre-Mantle of Power. So yeah, as I was saying, 4k to 5k went pretty slow, but then once I've hit 5k, a whole world opened to me. I was able to craft stellar gear, I was able to get my class specific gem, even though I didn't. Basically, I was able to access Uber 8 worlds. Uber 8 translates to higher quality gems. And that's how I got 6.2k power rank. But now it feels slow again. Now all I gotta do is to basically gather a bunch of Titan souls, get my full Radiant, fully starred, and in this process gather as many high quality gems, especially Radiant ones, as I can. That sounds like a lot of work to me. Anyway, this is what I've been up to lately. Oh yeah, one thing. If you're a member of our club, you might be happy to hear that we now have every single portal in the game. You can check it out for yourself. Info about joining our club is in this video's description. Alright guys, that is it for today. Bunch of talking. Thank you very much for watching or listening, and I will see you on the next video.